There's a controversial new law being passed preventing minors from tanning without parental consent.
Well, I'm not 100%, for it because of the dangers that it has with skin cancer and all of that. I feel like the new bills that are trying to get passed about tanning is good, and I think it'll be good because there's a lot of 14-year-olds I've been hearing and like 13-year-olds doing the whole tanning thing. I said that it's kind of hypocritical of me because I will probably be tanning for upcoming events in this school year. I'm very pale, so kind of have that problem. There's also a spray tan, which is a lot more healthier in a way for you, and there's still chemicals and everything. But so I might be looking into that.
Yes, I still will tan because I have a membership. I will tan for prom. I'm not going to be pale.
Okay, I think that for tanning, if you're 16 and under, you should have a parental. Your parents should be able to sign off. But if you're 18 and over, it's a little too much. So, yeah.
I understand that people want to be tan because it's prettier or whatnot, but basically tanning beds just, they're terrible for you. They give you cancer, and all it does is give you some temporary beauty that's not going to get you any further. Plus, it's really long-term going to make your skin worse than it was before. So I am really not a fan of tanning beds.
This has been Alec Larson,
Austin Anderson,
and Hunter Heisman, reporting for the Tiger Highline.
Drama students are putting on the play Hamlet Thrill-mageddon, Friday, March 7th and Saturday, March 8th at 7:30. Students get in for $4 and adults $5. Activity passes accepted.
So the upcoming play is called The Hamlet Thrill-mageddon, and it kind of is a parody, which means it mocks and pokes fun at pretty much every part of our culture, from advertising to the television shows that we watch to kind of our focus that take a pill and it'll solve everything. Not that there aren't problems and not that people don't need medication at times, but sometimes our commercials make it look like everyone needs it all the time and their life would be perfect. And they take all those ideas and they blend it into Hamlet, because Hamlet is copyright free. And so the school has, short funds, like in reality, but in our play the funds are so bad that the drama department has $8 and they have to put it on an entire show. So they all come up with these wild, crazy ideas and finally decide on Hamlet. Well, of course, they have to have a way to make it make money, so they put all these advertising campaigns into the show. So we have crazy things like Dr. Pepper Castle, or how Pringles can make your life better. If you have just one chip, everything will be okay. And I think that kind of poked fun humor, or whatever you want to call it, makes the show a lot of fun.
I think that play is really rewarding, and I think that this play is going to be really fun to watch, so everyone should come and support us.
So anyway, the show is a lot of fun. I think kids will especially enjoy it because they'll get a lot of the humor, and we have a lot of elements of musical comedy too, like various clips of music that people will recognize that will make them laugh just by hearing that song.
This has been Amber Schaub and Jamie Bopst reporting for the Cedar Falls Tiger Highline online.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Winter Sports Wrap-Up on Cedar Valley Sports Talk with me, Trey Browning, your host. His basketball team lost in the first round of Sub-State to West High. They lost 40-46. Darrell Jackson and Keon Johnson both scored for a combined 25 points. The Tigers finished 6-16 on the year. Next year, I expect them to have a big year as they return 3 of the 5 starters. Now, let's look at the stats from this year. Now, let's go to women's basketball. Women's basketball team also lost in the first round of Sub-State. They lost to Mason City High in a thrilling game. Scoring leaders came from Madison Wood and Emma Gerdes. Madison Wood also made first team All-Mississippi Valley. Emma Gerdes made second team All-Mississippi Valley. The team finished 11-11 on the year. Now, let's look at the women's basketball stats. Now, let's talk wrestling. Both Devin Davis and Drew Langle lost in their first rounds at the state championships. Dan Kelly beat his first match of the state championships against Max Spots from Mesa City. He also beat Josh Wagner from Cedar Rapids Prairie in the second round. Then, he took on Logan Ryan, the number 1 138-pound wrestler in the state and the number 3 wrestler in the nation at 138 pounds. The match was a thriller in the semifinals. Dan lost 2-1 in triple overtime. Dan then finished with 3rd place in the state championships. Thank you for tuning in to Cedar Valley Sports Talk with me, Trey Brown. Come back next week as we talk about more sports. Stay classy, Cedar Valley.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to paint your nails to look like a baseball. I'm going to start with a base coat to keep it on. Now that it's dry, I'm going to paint my nails the white. As soon as that dries, I'm going to go and I'm going to put a second coat on. And there's my second coat of white. Now I'm going to paint my thumb to look like a baseball. So I have this pink that has a brush that's really little, and I use that for detailing. And so I'm just going to use that, but you can get other brushes at like craft stores and nail salons, stuff like that, and you just dip them in there. And my first line, I'm going to do it at an angle, and I'm just gonna brush it on. Then I do the exact same thing but on the opposite side, and then you just go and you make the little cross marks, and ta-da, you have a baseball nail.
Hello and welcome to Austin Anderson Sports Talk, where today in the NFL, free agency is about to kick off. Starting March 11th, teams are free to sign whoever they want available on the open market. Now here's some news and notes to get you ready for NFL free agency. The Saints put the non-exclusive rights tag on Jimmy Graham. Now, I'm sure all of you guys are pretty familiar with that. That means if another team wants to sign Jimmy Graham, they have to surrender 2 first-round picks and sign Graham to a contract too high for the New Orleans Saints to match. Now, joining Jimmy Graham are those who also got franchise tags, such as Nick Folk, kicker for the New York Jets, Greg Hardy, defensive end for the Carolina Panthers, and yes, Brian Arakpo, linebacker for the Washington Redskins. Now, we've already previewed a little bit of free agency, but here's a little buyer beware. Eric Decker. I mean, the guy's been going off. The last 2 years, he's had 24 combined touchdowns. That's a pretty big deal. But over the last 2 years, he's had one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history throwing him the ball. Now, he is a good receiver, do not get me wrong. He'll go in wherever he is signed and he will put up numbers. But he's about to get paid like an elite receiver. And honestly, I'm not sure he is. Denver will be wise to let him walk this offseason for the contract he's about to be given. NBA. Our power rankings look like this. Up top at number 1, yes, the defending champion Miami Heat, who have LeBron James on their team. Following them at number 2 are the Indiana Pacers, who, yes, still hold the best record in the NBA. Third, Oklahoma City Thunder. They did just lose Tybo Cephalosha, their starting shooting guard, but they signed Caron Butler, formerly of the Milwaukee Bucks. Fourth, Lob City, Los Angeles Clippers. Doc Rivers, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul. Yeah, to go with that, they just added Glenn, Big Baby Davis, and Danny Granger. And, you know, if you're looking for a dark horse MVP candidate, you know, the number 3 guy behind KD and LeBron, don't look outside of Los Angeles, because Blake Griffin is that guy. And of course, 5th rounding out our power rankings are the San Antonio Spurs. With Tony Parker back, you can never count out Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs. LeBron, playing for the number 1 team in Austin Anderson's power rankings, the Miami Heat, went for 61 points on 22 of 33 shooting on 8 of 10 from 3-point range against the Charlotte Bobcats. Now this guy absolutely, I don't know if you've heard, but is pretty good. This 61 points is a career high and a new franchise record for the Miami Heat. So of course you would think, you know, that's his career best game. But it's not. I'm not sure it cracks the top 10. It's hard to put up regular season games against pivotal playoff matchups. LeBron once had 25 straight points to lead the Cleveland Cavaliers over the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs. 25 in a row by himself. And with that 61, it basically locks up the MVP for LeBron James. You know, that would be the truth if Kevin Durant wasn't around. Even with 61, Kevin Durant has had 10 40-point games this year. Kevin Durant is averaging 31.7 points a game. And that's without Russell Westbrook. I mean, you look at the stats. Kevin Durant's going about 31, nearly 32 points a game, 7.7 rebounds and 5.5 assists, compared to LeBron's stat line of 27.4, 6.9 rebounds a game, and 6.4 assists a game. It's really not even comparable. Kevin Durant should win the MVP. And finally, in Major League Baseball, new Detroit Tiger Ian Kinsler, you know, wishes his team well, the Texas Rangers. And he said he hopes the Rangers go 0-162 this year. While we still need to figure out who won the Ian Kinsler for Prince Fielder swap, you can look at how well the teams did this offseason. The Rangers got Prince Fielder and Shin-Soo Choo, whereas the Tigers, they got Kinsler, they got a closer, Joe Nathan, but they solidified their infield defense. For ground ball pitchers such as Rick Porcello, who might break out this year. Just moving a few guys around could put this team into the World Series. Alright folks, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I'll leave you with this week. Trust life. Know that things will always work out for the highest good. And nothing and no one can stop you from experiencing peace and happiness if you choose to. Alright. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
You're like a love song in my mind. Play it on loop, baby, one more time. Touch me like music. Got you on replay every night and day. Feel your body everywhere.
What's up, everybody? It's Giaco Bonza, aka the Ultimate Team Champion. And this week on Exceptionally Skilled with Giaco Bonza, I'm gonna make your Ultimate Team unbeatable. Last week, I helped you create and customize your ultimate team to your specific wants and needs. This week, I'm gonna help it become unbeatable. Okay, so there are a couple of things you can do to help your ultimate team be fantastic. One tip I can give you is to pass the ball. Passing the ball around, keeping possession, that's a plus for your ultimate team. The other one is looking for that key pass. Passing the ball around, keeping possession, eventually your players will make a run and you can get the key pass and try and go on towards goal. Also a couple tidbits for you are to win the 50-50s. Winning 50-50s really increases your chances of winning the game, because when you win the 50-50 balls coming out of the air, you're able to retain possession and then you can turn that possession into an attack. The other thing is when you are attacking is to use the wings. Your wingers in FIFA 14, especially in the Ultimate Team, will really eat up the outsides of the field. So giving them the ball and letting them eat up some ground is really an effective way to win an Ultimate Team. Okay, another tip for Ultimate Team is to maintain defensive pressure. When you maintain defensive pressure, they'll get nervous and they'll have bad touches and poor passes, and then you can then exploit that and turn a mistake on their part into an attack on yours. Yeah, another thing is to use your substitutions. Using your substitutions at the right points in the game can really rejuvenate your squad and help them get that extra kick going into the last half of the game. And it also helps maintain your team's longevity so that they can be performing at the utmost level in later games. Because it's not all about one game, it's about the entire season. It's another win for Chiako Bonda, aka the FIFA King. Just look at the match facts, an utterly dominating performance. There was no chance I was losing this game. Now if you want to ball just like I do in FIFA Ultimate Team 14, just follow my tips and stay on the path I've set out for you, and you guys will be just as good as I am. I'll see you guys later.
Hello everyone and welcome to my podcast. My name is Darrell Jackson and today I'm going to show you how to properly pump fake. So the main thing about pump fakes is what you want to do is you want to show the ball so you can get your defender to leave his feet. That's the key thing about pump fakes. If you do a little like that, what is that going to do? It's not going to help you and it's not going to make it easier for you. So you want to make sure that you get the ball up so that your defender either has to jump or leave his feet where you can get the easy blow by or get him up, finish your contact. Oh. So the first pump fake is the pump fake to create space and create a shot. So it should look like this. Get it, catch it, show the ball, take what you're supposed to dribble. So do it again, watch closely, look at me. Pump fake, when it's supposed to set. That's one way right there. So when you're pump faking on the block, the key thing is to show the ball to make that defender leave his feet so you can go into draw contact and finish with the end one. So I'm going to show you how to do it in the post. Follow me. Catch it. Show the ball. Back. One more time. Catch. Show it. Go up, finish your contact. Come on. Every time. Every time. Did you give me this one? So thank you for watching my podcast. My name is Earl Jackson, and today I've officially taught you how to properly pump fake. So now, I'm gonna shoot a half-court shot. No, don't stop.
Hello, I'm Alec.
I'm Hunter.
And this is Alec and Hunter teaching you guitar.
This week we're going to be teaching you Sleepwalker by Parkway Drive.
Aye, another brutal song off of the album Deep Blue.
It should be called Deep Brutality.
Love it. Let's get started. Alright, so this is the intro. It's played alone for 4 times first, and then it comes in with both guitars for another 4 times. But basically it's open 2 on B. Yeah, you're gonna want me to drop B, by the way, for brutal. Ha. Alright, so you're gonna play that twice. And then play it again and kind of hammer on from 10 to 12. And then open it again after that. So play that a couple times. So twice. And then go up to 7. Up to 10 from there, and then 7 on G, back to 10, and then 7, 8 on G. So like that.
Alright, well basically you're going to be doing triplets and palmating, and yeah, let's get to it. Alright, start with the 2 open triplets, and then you go to 5 and 7, then you do it again, and you go to 7 and 8, then do it again, then you go 8, you do 8 twice, back 7, and then 8 again, and then 7, 5, 3, all together should sound like this. That's how you play that part.
Okay, so this part is played right after what Hunter just showed you. It's when Hunter does the... After you do that for a few times, the last time, the first guitar still does that, but the second guitar comes up onto the 3rd string, and it starts from 7, and you're still doing those triplets, so it's like 5, 7 again, 5, 3, 2. So it sounds like... It sounds really cool when you have both octaves together.
For the next part, for like the heavy part, you're just going to be basically chugging twice. And then you do this kind of backwards chord, if you opposed to your regular power chord, where you're going to be playing the 5 and 3, but just backwards power chord. Just let that ring out, and then 2 more. And then you're going to be doing the same thing again, except 2 on the 3. Then just 2 more chugs, so. basically go back into the opening riff.
Well, we hope you had a magical time watching Al Canoner teach you guitar.
We'd hate to see you go, but this is the outro.
Indeed. That was pretty great. Alright, so join us again in 2 weeks. We may do an album review, we may do another song. It really depends what kind of mood we're in. But hey, if you're feeling like, you know what I haven't seen in a while? Small bands. Yeah. Well, you can check out our band. We will put a link to the Facebook page and the YouTube channel in the description. We're going to have some like real recordings of songs put up pretty soon, so you can check those out, support us. We appreciate all that we get. So see you guys.
1, 2, 3, go.
And today, on this episode of Ampercast, we'll be making pistachio bread! Pistachio bread! You will need yellow cake mix, pistachio pudding, 4 eggs, water, oil, sour cream, chocolate chips, chopped pistachios, and a pan.
The first thing you have to do is take the pistachios out of the shell.
Once you have half a cup of unshelled pistachios, take them out and then start chopping them up. Preheat oven to 350. Now we're gonna start mixing everything together.
First you add the yellow cake mix.
Then you add the pistachio pudding. Then you add the 4 eggs. Add 1/8 cup of water. Then add 1/4 cup of oil. Then 1 cup of sour cream. Then add chocolate chips. There's not really a specific amount, so just add as many as you want. Finally, you add the pistachios. First, butter the pan.
Then dust it with flour and sugar.
Then you start filling the pan. Once it's all in the pan,
put it all in the oven
for 45 to 50 minutes. Then you take it out. And there you go, you have yummy pistachio bread. See you next time. Bye.